Hello everybody, this is Fabi from The Next Big Rush, and today I'm making this video, although it is super difficult for me to talk about it because this is something that I haven't learned yet, and I am learning this skill as we're speaking now, and I'm trying to figure this one issue out. It's probably something that you have either faced or is facing now or will face as a speculator slash investor. And this doesn't matter what industry you're in. If you're going in for the long term, then you will encounter this problem 100% guaranteed. But I want to approach this in a more logical way and less emotional way. So here it is, the issue. I have to stop doing this. I don't even play the piano. Okay. The issue is I was looking at one of my portfolios, or one of my accounts, and I noticed that there is a stock that I bought a long time ago, maybe May of last year. In the worst moment possible, I bought it into a spike, I chased it, and it gradually came down and just screeching for almost a whole year now. The stock actually looks very funny when you look at the chart. I mean, not funny because I'm losing money, although it's a very small amount, so I'm not freaking out over this. But at the same time, it just literally after the day I bought, it pretty much has come down very slowly. Down to, I don't know, maybe 60%. It's come down 60% from when I bought it. So day in and day out, I don't check my stocks every day, but when I do, this has been just that one stock that's just done worse and worse. And because it's a small position and it's my only exposure to this particular commodity, which is lithium, I've sort of just brushed it off. Whatever. It's just, just something for me to get my foot in the door in lithium. I don't want to position my portfolio so much in lithium. I prefer gold. I prefer uranium, even over gold right now. But, if it runs, then at least I'll have some participation in it. And what I believe, maybe I should do a video about lithium in the future, but my knowledge about lithium is next to zero. And the thing that made me go into a little bit of lithium is just because I see something happening to the cannabis slash marijuana stocks, which I believe might happen in the lithium arena, and that is multiple bubbles. And this is because in the US, as you already know, a few states allowed marijuana to be legalized, and because of that, you had a bubble and it burst. But then after, several months or years, you could see another bubble because other states were actually piling on that too. And then now there's Canada, which is trying to painfully legalize cannabis as well. And so you have another sort of wave of marijuana stocks coming into play, and just it's almost like a replay. You can make a lot of money if you just pay attention to these stocks, because it's almost like clockwork. Every time there's a change in the structure of the law, then they run up and then they crash precipitously. So that's why I went into lithium, but this has come down. Right, so going back to the topic of today, I came to the realization that I will either double down on this stock, put a little bit more money so that my average comes down a lot, or I will sell this stock. I can't just ignore it. I can't just see a stock go from X cents to half of that and not do anything about it. Why? Because there are either one or the other positions that you can take on this. It's either a good idea and therefore it's cheaper and you should buy more of it, or it's a bad idea and you need to get out now so that you can put that money to work in your other good ideas, right? I mean, there is no third option. You know, I don't believe that you could get a third door that will, you know, bring in more profits in a more logical way. I mean, you can feel good about it by just ignoring it, but really, it's either a good idea, buy more because it's cheaper, or it's a bad idea, get rid of it, and get rid of it now because there are other stocks there that are ready to run, that hold more value, or not. But the perception is there, you know, and this is something that I would invite you to do today because it's such a struggle for me personally to actually make that decision. And so today I have been researching the stock. I have been looking into it, and I'm very close to a decision about what I'm going to do with it. I think I'm going to double down. You know, at the end of the day, like I said, it's not a big position. It's not my largest position by any stretch of the imagination. And I think that even though they're not hugely cash rich, I think that their structure is interesting. I like their JVs. I like the areas that they're going into, and I think that lithium, after Tesla has another huge publicity moment, let's just put it like that, I think eventually people are going to come back into the lithium space, and then there's going to be another spike. So yeah, I'm not talking about, you know, the supply demand dynamics of lithium, but I think that the perception of, hey, maybe we should buy lithium stocks, I think it will come back in vogue, and I want to have a little bit of a participation in that. So that's what I'm doing. It's painful, like, twist the knife, you know, but I would invite you to do that to your stocks today. If there's anything that you look at and you don't know the reason why you're holding it, and it's kind of painful, and you have that sort of feeling towards it, and you're not buying more of it, although it's going down, then you have to throw yourself to either the right or the left side of this wall. You just can't be on the wall. It's either buy more or sell it all. At least that's what I think. In the long run, I think that's going to be more profitable, and that's what we're all about here in this channel. Speculating, making more money, and doing it all again. Thank you very much. If you like this video, hit like and subscribe because there's a lot more coming your way. Take care.